Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So, a lot of you seem to really enjoy my calendar blocking video, and there was a comment on that asked to kind of see more of what a busy week looked like, because as I said in that video, I was like, this is kind of a bit of a chill week, I've got like some free time here and there. So, I've got a busy, hate that word, period coming up, and so I thought I would show you kind of like how I manage my calendar when we're in the busy times. Do I need to do this every single time I say busy? But in terms of how my schedule and my work works as someone who works for themselves and kind of creates my own schedule, but then also because I work with other brands or I have certain projects going on, oftentimes it's like, there's nothing, crickets, no other projects, just got to keep up with the YouTube videos and the podcast and it's all chill. And then there'll be other times where it's like, everything is happening at once. So a thing that I'm really trying to do is not take for granted the quiet times and not try and like fill that with random stuff. And then when it comes to the busy times, is really make sure that I know when the busy time is going to end, because it can just like keep going and keep going. And in order to get through it, I need to know when my next like proper day of rest is. So yeah, that's where we're at. Also, since filming that video, I discovered that Todoist, which is the to-do list app that I use, has an integration with Google Calendar. This has like saved me so much time and hassle when it comes to adding things on my to-do list into my calendar. I'm not having to do it twice. I just do it once and then it's synced. Beautiful. Beautiful. So the reason that I'm in a busy period is because I'm taking 2 weeks off. I'm taking a holiday. I'm not going on holiday, but I'm just taking 2 weeks off. And so I need to make sure that all of my ducks are in a row before I schedule that out of office email reply. And also I want to make sure that I have got videos for this channel and for the Hannah Witton channel for the week I'm back, so I'm not like rush filming and my editor is like rush editing, so that we have something going out, because I only want to have 2 weeks where there's no content, because the anxiety of taking a longer break from putting out content on YouTube, I'm not quite there yet, but 2 weeks I can manage, and I think the YouTube algorithm can manage, and hopefully you can manage, and you'll all still be here when I come back. But yeah, so that just means there's extra videos to create this side of the break, as you will see when we get into the calendar. Let's do it. So the week that you're seeing is the week that this video is going out. It's actually a bit in my future, but I'm planning way ahead because of that 2 weeks off that I have, and I need to make sure that everything is good. And also I'm planning this week because I'm filming this video, and so we're here and we're gonna figure out what needs to get done. You might be thinking, Hannah, it already looks really full, and you would be correct. The main thing that we're going to be filling out is the items that get synced to my Todoist. A lot of these things on here are like repeated tasks that just like appear, and also all of the yellow ones, which are my appointments. So things that I have to be somewhere, aka be somewhere online for like that time, and they're already in there because I already like pop those in as meetings and stuff come up. And then when I'm actually planning a week, I like take a look at what's on my to-do list and how much time I have, and then popping it in. I talked about my calendars in that first video, but blue is personal, yellow is like I have to be somewhere, or like that time is like blocked out in my calendar, and then red is to-do list. So you may notice there's also 2 filming days on this week, and that is because of the aforementioned extra videos that I need to get done. That'll be the first week back's videos after my break, and I'm hopefully filming them all in this week. As I get closer to weeks, as weeks get closer, things do tend to move around and change as stuff comes up. That just happens, but I always make sure that I've got some wiggle room and flexible with that kind of thing. Oh, a few other things have changed actually since I did that last video. You may notice that I no longer work out every other day. That is because I now play lots of tennis, and so I do tennis like twice a week, and so I then like will try and do like my Ring Fit workout like on another day, but I just don't see the point in like popping it in the calendar, because when I have a morning that's a bit more chill, then I will do that. But it doesn't need to be in the calendar anymore because tennis is in the calendar. The IC webinars that I do for my sexuality educator course have also now moved to the afternoon because I have realized that my brain works so much better on that kind of task in the afternoon, and I need to save my mornings for more kind of like creative work stuff where I'm like project managing and like with my producer hat on. That kind of work I have to save for the morning. And then also I've stopped putting admin on my to-do list because I think actually, and this is what growth is, I think by putting it in my calendar, it actually was taking up more time, when actually now what I try and do is I still keep a few gaps in my calendar, and any like admin or email stuff that needs to get done can get done in those gaps. And then it just is like self-discipline to make sure I'm not like checking my email all day. Like actually making sure that if I'm currently meant to be doing another task, I need to be like focused on that thing, and then I can check my email afterwards or when there's a break. But I don't know. It's always a work in progress figuring out what systems work best for you. But I realized that like popping in like an admin task, it just wasn't fun after a while. I was just like, and they would always end up getting moved around. Anyway, let's plan this busy week. So Monday, the week before this, you will have seen I did a video of my empty studio tour, and that was sponsored by Wrinkle. And basically I didn't want to like advertise my Wrinkle and then the possibility that lots of people wanted to use it and ask me questions through there, but then I didn't have any time on my calendar to like actually answer questions. So I have some time on my calendar the week before to do that, but I also just wanted to pop in an hour for it on Monday morning. There we go. Just to kind of see if there's any wrinkles that like came in over the weekend and stuff. I just wanted to make sure that I like dedicated some time for that. So that's going in there. Then also, as you can see, filming this week. And so gotta spend a good amount of time prepping these videos. So I kind of already know what those videos are, but it's just that last minute figuring stuff out. Do I need to get anything? Do I need to prep anything? Do I need to script any bits? Do I need to do any research? Like, what's going on? And that's actually it for Monday. And as you can see, actually in the afternoon on Monday, Thursday and Friday, I'm doing this thing called Part-Time YouTuber Academy, which is my friend Ali Abdul's course. And there's going to be like houses to separate like the massive cohort, and they're kind of like weekly accountability groups to kind of see how people are doing and keeping them on track with the course and like the homework and stuff. And I am a house leader. I'm very excited about it. So I've got 3 groups, and so that's my Monday group. So yeah, and I've kind of like left time either side of that because I don't want to be too rushed, because I might want to do some prep for it and then things might run over a bit if people want to like stay and chat and stuff. And then the SEX weekly meeting is the student engagement exchange for IC. So I'm on like the student committee and we like organize socials and like fun events, online events for IC students. And then group supervision is my group supervision for IC. So yeah, we've got a bit of free time in the afternoon, but we're not actually going to be done with work until 8 p.m. So I think that's fine. Right, Tuesday, filming. So I like to block out a solid like 3 hours in the morning before lunch for all of my filming, importing footage, writing up notes for my editor. And in this time, actually across Tuesday and Wednesday, so let's do both of them, there are 4 videos that need to get filmed. On Tuesday, we're filming the Project 333 halfway video, the halfway point update. Some of you might be thinking like, hang on, Hannah, that dress that you're currently wearing was not in your 33 items, and you'd be right about that, and you'll have to watch that video to see. And then also filming Pleasure Trove. Bum, bum, bum. That goes in. Yay! And then on Wednesday, this is when we're going to be filming the videos for the return. Filming THD 7, the Hormone Diaries 7. This is also TBC because there is a special someone who I want to collab with on this episode. And they actually live in the US, so they won't be able to do this time, but it's just currently like blocked out in my calendar, so that hopefully if we can arrange it, I can then like move it somewhere else and like swap some stuff around. So like I said, this stuff is never set in stone, but it's always good for me, like even if it's not like set in stone, and hopefully if we can film together, it's unlikely that it will be at that time because of the time difference. At least what it means is that it's in my calendar, so I'm not like overbooking myself and being like, oh shit, I need to find like an extra hour somewhere to do some filming. Like it's already accounted for, it will just have to get moved around, and that's fine. And then the other video that I'm filming is also TBC, because there's a brand that got in touch that want to sponsor a video, and I gave them some options, and haven't heard back yet, so we'll see. They might be sponsoring income breakdown 2021 video or mid-year goals check-in. Yeah, it's that time of year. Holy shit. So one of those videos is getting filmed, but we've got a bit of time. I've got a bit of time from when I'm filming this to suss that out. Maybe neither of those videos will be sponsored. We shall see. Tuesday afternoon, normally I would be recording a podcast intro, but we be done. The 16th is actually going to be the last day that there's be a Doing It episode for this season. So I don't actually have a podcast intro or anything to record that week. So instead, in the afternoon, what we're going to be doing is watching Netflix. And I'm not even joking, because there's this show called Sex Life, and I'm going to be doing like a panel event with them on Clubhouse, and so that's what this Thursday like Clubhouse Netflix meeting is, and I need to watch all of the episodes or at least 5 of the episodes. I need to watch some of the episodes before that meeting. So yeah, that's one of the fun parts of my job. It's just like, yeah, you're working with this brand and it's a Netflix show, and you gotta watch the show in order to talk about it. And I'm like, yes, I can do that, but let me schedule it into my calendar, and I can schedule it into the afternoon. I don't have to watch it in the evenings because I'm the boss. Okay, I think that's Tuesday. A club at the bottom here is this accountability club that I've been doing with Patreon. Like they, like you sign up for it, and then Patreon like group everyone together and put you in touch with your club, and then you in your club like arrange meetings, and you set goals every week, and then you kind of like see how you're doing and stuff. And this is the like closing meeting. So my A club meetings have been like every Thursday, and they're so fun. I love them. And then this is the kind of like big final sign-off event like with Patreon. But we might continue doing our accountability club because it's real good and it's real useful. But yeah, and then tennis immediately afterwards. So I might only attend the first half an hour of that so that I can get to tennis. Wednesday, do I need to put anything else in on Wednesday? I don't think so. Yes, the evening is very chaotic and I can't be 2 places at once. You're right. Photo shoot with Becca is like TBC, like weather dependent. So I've still kept in the menstrual activism meetup in case we do have to change the date of that. So I can attend that and like remember that that is still happening that day. And then on the 17th, as you can see, it's Dan's birthday. Dan is my husband, so that's his birthday. He's actually off this entire week. Dan has taken his birthday week off, and this is what I'll be doing. But it's great because it means that I can kick him out of the office to do all my filming. So on Thursday, I don't have a whole lot extra to do that day because I would also like to not be really swamped so I can spend time with the birthday boy. The only thing that I might have to do this morning on the 17th is record the podcast Q&A. You might be thinking, you said it was over. Yes, I have actually reached out to like one more person like last minute to see if they want to be in this season of the podcast, but I think it's a bit too late notice for that, so maybe that'll be next time. If that is the case and we have like one extra episode, I will need to record my podcast Q&A that morning, but if not, then I'll have done it the week before, which is already in my calendar, so we're fine. Anyway, that's Thursday. As you can see, also got the Part-Time YouTuber Academy, and then video feedback, and there's a video going live. Then Friday, Friday is a big like producer hat planning day. And so here we're having plan July, August videos. So this is when I get stressed and have a lot of fun figuring out what the fuck I'm gonna make. And we've got a good chunk of time, like a few hours to do this, because I'll be going through like my current ideas list, seeing if any of them have got legs, essentially, then seeing what needs to be done, reach out to people who I might want to collab with, kind of like start roughing up some scripts, or also just like start finding research or like doing some Googling to see what can be done, basically. The reason why I want to like plan these like quite far in advance is I don't want to be getting back from that 2 weeks off and having no idea what I'm meant to be filming that week, and having no idea what videos are coming out, because that is when I get like creative block. Like when I'm under pressure like that, I'm just like, and I like cannot think of anything, and then it'll just be a case of like, oh, now there's going to be no videos until I have an idea. But if I give myself plenty of time, and I like give myself like just the freedom to kind of like spend time figuring it out with like not that like doom and that dread, that just works for me. And then in the afternoon, as you can see, Part-Time YouTuber Academy again, and the SEX book club. So this is the Student Engagement Exchange book club. We're doing a book club for the month of June, where we're reading Come As You Are. Now, I've already read Come As You Are, so I just need to kind of like brush up on my knowledge. And so the week that this is happening is when we're doing part 2. So I'm just gonna put in read Come As You Are part 2. So I can just pop that in there, and it'll all be like fresh in my mind before we sit down for the book club. But yeah, that is what this week looks like. Like I said, I've not like popped in any of my admin stuff, but just imagine that all of those like white gaps, I will just be like doing emails. And I also like had this weird like, oh, what if people like look at this calendar now and they're like, what's she talking about? That's not busy. And then I'm like, but it is busy, it feels busy for me. And then I'm like, why do I have to like justify my own busyness? This is like capitalism just like seeping into us, being like, you've got to prove how busy and productive you're being. And if you're not, then people will be like, you're not busy. I hate it. I hate that that was even like a thought process that I had. But yeah, let's not say busy. Like this is a full-on week for me. There's a lot to get done, but it's all manageable because I planned it and because I calendar blocked it. And then the exciting thing about this is that then all of those red ones sync to my Todoist app, and then I can check them off every day. As you can see, I currently have no social plans in the evening other than tennis. Oh, but Dan's birthday, we have social plans that evening. Let's not make too many social plans right now. It can be very overwhelming. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that gave you maybe a bit more of an insight into how I try and structure like a more busy week that I have, where I've got like 2 filming days instead of 1, and there's like a bunch of other commitments going on. And I hope you just generally found it useful, and maybe you try out calendar blocking. Yes, it is my secret mission to get everyone to calendar block. I'm just preaching the calendar blocking gospel. That's what's happening here. But yeah, this is genuinely something that I've been doing for like months now and really enjoying it. It's really working for me. I like it a lot. And I also have a really sweaty back right now because it's like very warm in here. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear in the comments what you do to plan your weeks out and how that looks for you, because I love those kinds of videos and I just love hearing from other people about how they organize their life, because this kind of chat is just my jam. I hope you have a great week. And I think I just realized that the day this video is going out is Dan's birthday. Is that correct? Yes, it is. So happy birthday, Dan. He doesn't watch these videos, so he don't care. But if you wish him happy birthday in the comments, I'll tell him that you wished him a happy birthday as well. Okay, right. Thanks for watching. Bye.